adapt, or collapse, the information integrity imperative. Those who cannot manage information integrity, who fail to educate their populations, and who allow disinformation to flourish unchecked, risk not only irrelevance, but collapse. HASE Fiero. Why did I quote this? Because we are living through a seismic shift, a new kind of war. Not one waged with missiles or tanks, but one waged with manipulated narratives, algorithmic echo chambers, and weaponized ignorance. And in this kind of war, survival doesn't go to the strongest military. It goes to the most informed mind. This isn't just about politics. This is about the existential health of nations, what the quote means. When I say those who cannot manage information integrity, I'm talking about governments and institutions that haven't adapted. They still act like truth is self-evident, that citizens will just figure it out. But that's a deadly assumption in an age where lies are engineered to outpace facts, and virality trumps veracity. We're in an information economy, an information battlefield, and an information ecosystem. Everything now depends on who controls the narrative, who curates the truth, and who educates the public on how to tell the difference. If a government doesn't invest in protecting truth, educating its people, and inoculating society against cognitive manipulation, it is not governing, it is failing. And that failure leads to more than just political instability. It leads to irrelevance. It leads to collapse. How this applies today. Let's stop pretending we're not in the middle of Cold War II. The first Cold War was defined by nuclear deterrence and proxy battles. This one is defined by TikTok psyops, deepfake diplomacy, burner chats, and troll farms. Nations like Russia and China have mastered the art of hybrid warfare, using information as both camouflage and cannon. They don't need to invade countries anymore. They just need to convince you that your neighbor is your enemy, that facts are subjective, and that democracy is a lie. And while they wage this silent war, the West is distracted. Populist leaders exploit division instead of addressing it. Social media algorithms are optimized for rage instead of reason, and platforms built to connect us are now the engines of our confusion. Now ask yourself, how does a country compete in this world if it doesn't equip its people to understand it? You can't defend democracy with dumbed-down discourse. You can't fight a smart war with an ignorant population. Advice for now and the future. 1. Invest in cognitive infrastructure. Just like we build roads and power grids, we must now build systems for truth integrity, fund media literacy programs, mandate critical thinking in schools, train public servants in digital discernment. 2. Build national fact defense units. Countries need public institutions, non-partisan and accountable, that can monitor, flag, and diffuse viral disinformation before it takes root, not to censor, but to clarify. 3. Incentivize truth-telling platforms. Our tech ecosystem rewards sensationalism. Flip the incentives, use tax benefits, grants, and visibility boosts to elevate platforms and creators that prioritize fact-based communication. 4. Hold leaders accountable for lying. There must be real consequences for public officials who spread disinformation. Integrity cannot be optional for those in power. 5. Cultivate informed patriotism. National strength doesn't come from blind loyalty, it comes from critical loyalty. Educate citizens to love their country by holding it to its highest ideals. Final reflection. This isn't about sounding the alarm, and it's about handing you the tools to respond. If your country doesn't treat information like the strategic asset it is, then it is ceding power to those who will. If your leaders don't value truth, then they are surrendering to those who distort it. And if we don't educate our populations now, we will be manipulated into our own decline. Collapse doesn't start with bombs. It starts with believing the wrong things. So the choice is clear: adapt or be outmaneuvered, educate or be misled, strengthen truth or surrender to the void, because in Cold War II, only the informed survive. HASE Fiero.